Hello, everybody. Welcome to my new channel. If you guys don't know me, my name is Dante, and I run the niche, semi-popular Steeler meme account at steelersbydante. So, yeah, if you guys follow that, thank you for joining me on YouTube, a very new platform for me. And if you guys don't know me, welcome. My name is Dante, as I just said. And yeah, I will be discussing on this channel mainly the Pittsburgh Steelers, the NFL, maybe even some other sports, and maybe even some fun stuff outside of sports, but we'll save that for the future. However, for today, we will be jumping into our very first installment of Tier List Tuesday. And Tier List Tuesday, how this will work is on my Instagram story. I got to pick a certain day to post it, but once a week I will post a poll on my Instagram, on my Steelers by Dante Instagram account, and not a poll, I guess a type something or whatever kind of engagement tactics you Instagram stories have. But I'll be like, what tier list would you guys want me to do this week? And it doesn't even have to be football related, it could be really anything. But yeah, I'll be doing that and some other stuff, maybe some Steeler news, because why not? It's the summertime. I'm bored. I'm trying to pass the time. I'm trying to, get back into the swing of things with, NFL content. And for today, I thought, why not? Let's start with something fun. Today, we're going to be doing a tier list of every NFL home jersey. So each team's home jersey. Yeah, maybe I'll do aways, or maybe for this one, we'll count it as their full uniform. How about we do that? Anyway, let's jump right into it. We're going to share my screen and we're going to hop into this NFL uniform tier list on the first tier list Tuesday. First off, we'll go in order. The San Francisco 49ers. Now, I think this uniform is a tad overrated, kind of like the 49ers themselves. I will put them in, they have a lot of history. I'll put them in great because the throwbacks with like the 3D numbers, those are so sick. Yeah, 49ers in great. Next up, the Jets. I will be going off the Jets' new uniforms, and I think they're pretty good. I think they're solid. They're much better than what they have been doing. But yeah, much better. Um, the Cowboys. Now, one of the most beloved uniforms in all of sports. However, I think they're just okay. Actually, no, they're not okay. They're good, as you see, because I put them in the good tier. They're good. Um, Specifically the homes. Love the home uniforms. The aways, bad, not good. And their alternates are fine. But yeah, Cowboys uniforms kind of overrated. But still very good, very good. Next up, the Titans. I think these are overhated, very overhated. I'm gonna put them. Call me crazy. They're going in the great. I love the Titans uniforms. I think they're so cool. Who else is doing a font like this? Maybe you could say, yeah, no one else is doing a font like this because it looks horrible. That's your opinion. This is my tier list. This is my tier list. And I say the Titans going great. However, if you disagree with me, I don't blame you. Next up, the Dolphins. Now, the Dolphins mainly wear their white jerseys, even at home. Some people may not know that. They actually rarely wear these teal uniforms. And that's because, they want to stay, cool in the Miami Heat. And I don't, I can't blame them for it. However, these teal jerseys are sick. Their white jerseys are sick, and both of their throwbacks are super cool. Two of my favorites. I'm gonna put them in elite. Elite. Love them. Next up, the Carolina Panthers. I absolutely adore the Panthers jerseys. They are great. Are they elite? We'll see as the tier list goes on, but I think they are very good. Also, if you haven't noticed by now, this mic is not plugged into anything. Why am I using it? To look professional. What about it? Anyway, next up, the Saints. Saints are okay to decent. Not my favorite. Not as good as another team that wears black and yellow. or black and gold, whatever you want to call it. They're fine. Nothing to write home about. The Browns. These are the best Browns jerseys we've seen in a really long time. Um, I'm gonna put them in good. I think they're fine. They're decent. Um, I don't know. They're leaning right between here. I'm gonna put them in decent because they're not bad, but they could be much better. The Bears. I like the Bears. Bears going good. Um, Classic jerseys. I really like the numbers that they use, and you can't go wrong with the navy. Um, yeah. Speaking of a navy that I don't entirely enjoy, these Patriots jerseys are not my favorite. Maybe you can go wrong with navy. Um, yeah, not a fan of these Patriot jerseys. Don't think they should have strayed away from their originals from the Tom Brady era, but I understand why they did it. Try to start a new era in Patriots football, which hasn't really gone well for them so far. Even though they did beat my Steelers, we won't talk about that. Next up, the Bengals. Bengals, I think they're great. Very good uniforms. I really enjoy the Bengals uniforms. However, they used to be better. I think like 2015, 2010 to 2015 Bengals jerseys, top tier. Like the Carson Palmer days, even though he wasn't with them in 2010 to 2015. Like the AJ Green Bengal days. Those were the best uniforms. Next up, probably one of my favorite uniforms in the NFL. Favorite logos, even though I hate this team. The Baltimore Ravens are god tier. These jerseys are absolutely filthy. Love them so much. Next up, the Packers. Great. Classic. I can't go wrong with a good Packer jersey. Another great coming up, the Bucks. Love the Bucks jerseys. Ever since they strayed away from like the digital clock font numbers, these have been much better. I actually have one. It's a Chris Godwin red Tampa Bay Bucks jersey because I am a Penn State fan, so love Chris Godwin. Loved him, still love him while he's on the Bucks. Either way, yeah. So yeah, here's how our tier list is looking so far. A lot of greats, only one god and one elite. However, these Raider jerseys, I think they're good. The black and silver is classic. However, I think the Raider, mascot, the Raider logo, you could do more with the jersey, is what I'm trying to say. Next up, I feel like this is a common consensus, but the Chargers are god tier. I mean, how could you say anything less about these jerseys? Excuse me. That is disgusting. Anyway, yeah, these Chargers jerseys, everyone they got is just unreal. Their navies are cool. These teal blues are cool. Their aways are cool. All super cool uniforms. Next up, the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going to put the Pittsburgh Steelers in. Are they elite? Are they elite? They're elite. Yeah. Steelers jerseys are so fire. I mean, the black and gold, so sick. Color rush, so sick. The aways even slept on. And how could you not forget the block number? Yeah, Steelers jerseys, sick, underrated. Lions jerseys, I'll be talking about the new ones. New ones are pretty cool. I'll probably put them in great. I love them, specifically the blacks. Those are so cool. Next up, the Jaguars. I'm going to put the Jaguars in good. They're not bad. They're decent. They get the job done. Much better than previous Jaguars uniforms, except for like the Maurice Jones-Drew days, where they had like the full Jaguar as the logo. Those were absolutely filthy. Next up, the Chiefs. Great. These jerseys are just the way the red and the yellow mesh. It's a great red. Looks good on TV. Looks good in the Super Bowl every year because the Chiefs are, great team. Obviously going to have great uniforms. So, yeah, Chiefs going great. The Arizona Cardinals, these are god-awful. I hate them so much. I don't know. Just the Arizona across the front. I think they should have stayed with what they had in the Larry Fitzgerald days. However, neither one are outstanding. And I think this one is the worst of the two. Now for the most overrated uniform in all of football. the Seattle Seahawks. It's good. It's not great. It's not elite. It's obviously not God tier. Um, but not bad. Oh, honestly, dog, this they may get bumped up to may get bumped up a tier specifically for their throwbacks. I think that's what we're gonna do. The throwback Seahawks jerseys are my favorite jerseys in all of football. Those things are filthy. Next up, the Broncos. Talking about the new ones, they're okay. They're decent. They're nothing to write home about. Giants, they're good. They're fine. Very middle of the road. Bills are God tier. Bills jerseys. I said the Ravens were my favorite. The Bills might take that spot. Um, yeah, just so sick. The colors are so great. Look great on TV. The logo that pops off the helmets, so sick. Yeah, love the Bills jerseys. The Rams. Hmm. I'll put the Rams in good. People hype them up to be something insane. I don't think they're like that. Um, they're cool. I think they should have stuck with what they had before whenever they first went to the Super Bowl with Jared Goff against the Patriots. I think those jerseys, specifically the throwbacks that they wore in that Super Bowl, were outstanding. Some of my favorites in sports. Yeah, these new Rams jerseys, they're a slight downgrade, but still not bad. Now, for the Texans, I'll be going off the new jerseys. Their new jerseys are much better than these, even though I do have a lot of nostalgia with these jerseys while watching, J.J. Watt, Andre Johnson, even Brian Cushing was all those guys wearing this Texans jersey. The previous one, I mean, that jersey will be forever legendary. However, the new Texan jerseys, pretty sick, and that's what we'll be rating these on. I think they go in great. Um, yeah, just super sick, especially the H-Town. The H-Town, like H on the helmet, that seems like something you'd see on like Instagram, like redesigning the Texans logo or the Texans uniforms. That's just super cool. Anyway, next up, the Minnesota Vikings. Now, I would put the Vikings in good, but after they just dropped their all-white jerseys, they're great. They are so sick. Matter of fact, they're elite. Vikings have some of the most slept-on jerseys in all of sports. In all of sports, Vikings jerseys are fire. Uh, Atlanta, just bad. Just not good. Um, Not much more to say about that. The Colts. Colts are good. Colts are fine. Washington. I think they're bad. Don't think they're awful, but not very good. And finally, we have the Eagles. The Eagles jerseys are elite. Love them so much. Um, yeah, from the blackout to just the regular homes. The Kelly Greens, man, doesn't get much better than the Philadelphia Eagles. And yeah, that is my NFL jersey tier list on this first tier list Tuesday. If you guys have any reactions, any comments to the opinions I gave in this video, please drop them down below. And yeah, once again, go follow steelersbydante. That's where you could put in your request for the next tier list Tuesday. And yeah, I will be back here probably this week if some Steeler news drops. If not, I'll be talking about other stuff regarding the NFL world. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and peace.